Hey guys, this is Grant Waters, one of the co-founders of Moo.do. I wanted to take a few minutes to walk through some of our core concepts like formatting, panes, and search, and show how I like to get started with a new Moo.do file. First, let's add a bit of structure, and then we'll start to fill it out with a few tasks. An easy way to get going is to just create a couple of headers in your outline like so. By starting an item with a hashtag at the beginning of the line, you can make it into a header. Another way of doing this is to right-click the item and select the header item type. So let's add a little bit more structure to our file. And here I've added this fictitious project called Mountain Events. We can go and then add a new task, which works similarly to the header, but you instead start it with the open bracket. So I have a new task, add new filters for cities, and by starting with the open bracket, it applies or it adds this check mark right here, which then can be used to check off or complete items in your task list. So once you have your basics set up, things start to get interesting. A large part of being organized is knowing what you need to do next, and that means identifying a high-level area that you need to be working on and then focusing on that. In Moo.do, that's easy to do by zooming into a header and hiding any extra data. So you can do that by mousing over this hashtag here next to the header and selecting the zoom in option. And this goes and hides everything else in your file. So let's add a little bit more information to our file here. And let's zoom back into our Mountain Events project. So now maybe you want to go and start doing some of these tasks or rearranging things. And the easiest way to do that is to just drag and drop. So let's say we start this task, we can drag and drop this into the in progress section. And then when it's finished, we are testing it, and then you can drag drop into the checked in section. Another way of doing this, if you have a more complicated document, is to come over here to the actions part of the sidebar and add another outline pane. So this creates a second outline pane, which is a view of the same data in the file. And rather than dragging and dropping items within the same pane, we can go and focus on this to-do part, and here we can focus on the in progress portion of the list, and you can actually go and drag and drop items between the panes. This is then reflected, we'll zoom back out to the top level, this is then reflected in the top level of the document as well.